She grabbed her leg, and the whole arena froze. In that split second, the entire internet knew something was off. Not just a bump, not just sore.
Right.
Right. So this injury, we want to talk about the injury.
Yeah.
I mean, is she the face? Yeah, we all know she's the face. Would we have ever talked about women's basketball? No. Well, maybe. But
probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Unlikely. But it's great that the chat's already bringing it up. I think she does get...
Caitlin Clark, the most hyped rookie in WNBA history, was limping. And not the walk it off kind on the sidelines. You could see it in her face. That sharp inhale, that subtle wince. A quad injury? Nah, this wasn't supposed to happen. Not this soon.
League, she's everything.
She's everything. So, Doc, how do they balance that?
Well, I think do they have a training team like an NBA training team? No, but there's not a major difference. These people are smart that are there. They want her to play. But the thing is, like we talked about Mac a lot of times, we have to pull him off the court. We had to pull him off the ice. And unless his arm was hanging by a thread, you had to pull people off.
Not to her. Tweets hit instantly. Not the quad. No, she just got here. WNBA, what are y'all doing? Protect this woman at all costs. And here's the wild part. This wasn't even headline news. The biggest star the league's seen in decades goes down mid-game. And the coverage? Crickets. People aren't ready to hear this, but Caitlin Clark's body is being run into. The ground for views, for tickets, for profit. And now, it's showing.
Isn't Ocho the lower one?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Ocho.
The other thing, I think Achilles injuries are big, ACL injuries are big. I told you I had one of my worst injuries was I think it was 22.
This isn't just about soreness. It's about a system that chews up its talent before it protects them. A rookie carrying the league on her back while barely getting time to breathe. She's playing more minutes than most vets, getting targeted every night. And let's be real, she's being treated like a headline, not a human. And now her jaw. Quad's screaming for help.
They've never even know what women's basketball is. I mean, it's woman empowering. It's just she does it so well. She's a class act, and she's tough as nails.
This wasn't just an injury. This was a warning shot for the league, for the coaches, for the fans. Because if you lose Caitlin Clark, you don't just lose a player. You lose the moment the WNBA finally hit mainstream, but here's the part that stings. This might have been preventable. And if you think this is just about one play, one game, one bruise, wait till you see what came next. Because this injury, it sparked a firestorm that exposed everything the league doesn't want to talk about. People keep saying, it's just a rookie season. But Caitlin Clark isn't getting a rookie season. She's getting a trial by fire. She's logging more minutes than almost any other player in the league. Night after night, city after city, she's on that court like she's in a marathon with no finish line. And for what? Ticket sales? TV ratings? A packed schedule designed to ride the wave of her hype while it's still hot? Let's call it what it is. Overexposure with no protection. No load management, no easing in, no veteran grace period. She walked into the WNBA, and instead of a red carpet, she got a battlefield. And now? Her body's waving the white flag. A quad injury this early? That's not normal. That's not rookie soreness. That's what happens when your schedule is built around performing, not recovering. The league wanted a spark, and they got one. But they forgot the basics. Fire needs oxygen to burn. Right now, Caitlin's being treated like a machine. But even machines break down. The pace she's being pushed at? Unsustainable, unfair, and honestly, unacceptable. No rookie, no matter how famous, should be expected to carry the entire marketing strategy of the WNBA on their knees, their minutes, their quads. This isn't just bad sports management, it's short-term thinking at its finest. Because what happens when the face of your league can't walk? You've got your answer. And in the next segment, we're breaking down the exact moment fans realized this wasn't just a minor tweak. It was the beginning of a bigger problem. This wasn't a sprain. This wasn't soreness. This was a quad contusion. And in sports medicine, that's code for pay attention. a deep thigh. Bruise might sound casual, until you realize it can linger for weeks, limit explosive movement, and straight up kill a player's rhythm. And for someone like Caitlin Clark, who lives off acceleration, sharp cuts, quick pull-ups, that's everything. You think defenders were already being physical with her? Now imagine every bump, every screen, every drive to the basket, with a screaming quad muscle underneath it all. Doctors broke it down. With a quad contusion, the swelling alone can slow you down. You're not just playing basketball, you're fighting your own body. And let's not forget, the WNBA isn't exactly known for easing up on rising stars. Caitlin's not just getting hit physically, she's getting targeted. Veterans are testing her toughness. Fans are dissecting her every move. And meanwhile, her body is stuck playing catch-up. This injury didn't just affect her next game. It sent a ripple through the entire league. Because suddenly, the conversation wasn't, is Caitlin ready for the WNBA? It became, is the WNBA ready for Caitlin? And spoiler, a lot of people are starting to think the answer is no coming up next. Fan outrage explodes, and the internet starts asking some very uncomfortable questions. The second Caitlin Clark clutched her leg, you could feel the air get sucked out of the arena. Commentators went quiet. Fans froze. And Twitter, instant meltdown. Not the quad. Please, not the quad. She just got here and y'all already broke her? WNBA. Do better. What looked like a routine collision became a red flag moment for the entire league. A quad contusion doesn't sound headline-worthy until you realize it can sideline a player for weeks, mess with their explosiveness, and completely derail their rhythm. This isn't just any rookie. Caitlin Clark is the storyline this season, the league's poster girl, the media magnet, the sellout queen. So when her body hits pause, everything else slows down with it. And let's be real, this wasn't just bad luck. It felt like the natural consequence of a system that's been milking her every second since tip-off weekend. She didn't get time to adjust. No load management, just play, promote, repeat. Doctors explained it best. A quad contusion this early with this schedule, it's not surprising. It's inevitable. And it proves something no one wants to say out loud. Caitlin isn't being protected. She's being exploited. The WNBA built a rocket, but forgot to build a landing pad, and now we're all watching it fall back to earth. Next up, the fan base erupts, receipts are pulled, and the internet asks the question no one in the league. The internet exploded. Protect Caitlin started, though, trending before the final buzzer even sounded. Reddit threads lit up like wildfire. TikTok stitched together game clips with captions like, "How many hits can one rookie take before she breaks?" And then came the tweets. Brutal, honest, unfiltered. She's not a player, she's a marketing plan. Y'all ran her like a rental car. Rookie of the year? She's not even getting rookie protection. This wasn't just frustration, so it was outrage, because fans saw the pattern. The non-stop schedule, the lack of calls, the back-to-back physical games with no recovery window. And now an injury? Yeah, they were done pretending this was just part of the game. Caitlin Clark wasn't being welcomed into the league. She was being tested by it. And the league seemed more concerned with ticket sales than player health. And don't forget, this is Gen Z sports culture. Fans aren't quiet. They've got memes, receipts, and a platform, and they're not afraid to use all three. So when the injury hit, it wasn't just about Caitlin's quad. It became a referendum on how the WNBA treats its stars, especially the ones bringing in the views. And if the league thought this would blow over, oh no. The internet's already building a case. And in the next section, we're digging into the receipts. Let's talk facts. Caitlin Clark has played every single game since stepping into the WNBA. No breaks, no minutes restriction, no easing in. Just full throttle from day one. Meanwhile, she's drawing the most contact of any rookie in the league. We're talking hard screens, elbows on drives, constant body checks. And the whistle? Silent stat sheets show it. Caitlin's averaging fewer free throw attempts than players who barely touch the ball. You mean to tell me the most watched rookie in the league isn't getting calls? Zero lies detected. This ain't just basketball. It's gatekeeping. Because the second she stepped in, it wasn't just welcome to the WNBA. It was prove you belong, prove you're tough, and if you get hurt, that's on you. But here's the thing. When you're pulling in TV ratings, record merch sales, and national headlines, you shouldn't have to earn safety. You built the buzz. You saved the season, and now they're treating her like just another rookie on a rookie contract while selling out arenas off her name? Yeah, fans see the double standard. And if the WNBA wants to keep growing, it's time for those whispers to turn into a roar. Stick around. Next, we break down what's really at stake for the league's future and why ignoring this moment could cost them everything. This isn't just about one injury. It's about how the W treats its stars, and the receipts, they're piling up. Next up, we go deeper, because this has happened before. Different player. Same silence. Let's rewind, because Caitlin Clark isn't the first to get hit with the toughen up treatment while the league looked the other way. Remember Candace Parker's rookie year? Elbows, fights, straight up hostility. And what did she get in return? She's got to earn her stripes. Skylar Diggins-Smith, same story. Diana Taurasi, say less. The WNBA has a history of hazing its most marketable stars, especially the ones who shift the spotlight. And now? Caitlin's just the latest chapter in that same tired playbook. But here's the difference. This time, it's louder. Social media isn't just documenting it, it's dragging it. Fans are calling out the league, the refs, even other players, because they've seen this movie before and they know how it ends. Talent gets punished, ratings drop, and the league wonders why casual fans don't stick around. This isn't gatekeeping the game, it's gatekeeping the future. And if the WNBA doesn't change the script, it risks losing the very people rewriting its story. So yeah, Caitlin's quad injury was a moment, but the real story? It's everything that came before the fall, and in the next section, we break down exactly what that means for the WNBA's future, and why ignoring it could cost them everything. This isn't just about a quad, this is about credibility, the why. WNBA is standing at a crossroads, and it's got two choices: protect the stars reshaping the league, or keep pretending toughness means silence. Caitlin Clark didn't just bring her game. She brought eyeballs, brands, sold-out arenas. But instead of being embraced as the future, she's being treated like a problem to solve, like she needs to be put in her place before she earns basic respect. Let's be real. This isn't just a sports thing. It's a culture thing, because when women show up with power, with hype, with confidence, the system gets uncomfortable, it pushes back, and the W, it's showing its discomfort in plain sight. But here's the twist. Gen Z fans see all of this. They're not here for the shut up and play era. They want transparency. They want protection. They want a league that actually backs its stars, not just banks off them. So what now? If the WNBA doesn't learn how to protect what it profits from, players like Caitlin Clark won't just burn out, they'll bounce. And trust, the next generation is watching, waiting, and keeping score. The WNBA might have kept the receipts, buried, but fans? They're posting them. Twitter, TikTok, Reddit. It's a full-on digital uprising. One viral tweet said it best: Caitlin Clark didn't get injured. She got sacrificed for ratings. Over 1.2 million views, thousands of high comments. And not one lie in sight. Another fan clipped the exact moment Clark went down and paired it with, "Tell me again how this league protects its stars. I'll wait." Instant classic. This isn't just outrage, it's accountability. Gen Z fans don't just watch sports, they document them, frame by frame, foul by foul. And they're not letting this one slide. They're calling out refs, they're tagging the league, they're stitching interviews and splicing highlight reels. To prove a point, if the W won't protect Caitlin, who's next? Even casual fans are waking up. "I only tuned in for Caitlin," one Reddit user posted. "Now I'm wondering if I should tune out." And that's the real danger, because when the fans start organizing, not just watching, but investigating, the league better listen, or risk losing the very people keeping it alive. Next, we look at how players are reacting and why some of their silence might be louder than we think. Behind the scenes, players aren't blind to what's happening. They see the grind, the hits, and the silent treatment when injuries hit. But here's the catch. Most aren't shouting it from the rooftops. Why? Because speaking out in the WNBA is like walking a tightrope over a pit of vipers. Some fear backlash. Others worry about contracts. And let's be real, the league's size means everyone's connected. Drama travels fast, and so do consequences. Yet, whispers are growing louder. Veterans nodding in interviews, subtle shade dropped on social media, players like Chelsea, Gray and Jewel Lloyd hinting at a need for change. It's a quiet rebellion, a sign that the locker room knows the score, but is still figuring out how to play the game off the court. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about Caitlin Clark's quad. It's about a culture that either protects or consumes its talent.